Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so remember I said I was going to do the military surplus Sunday? Well, here we are back again. Now, last time I reviewed the DCU version of this Molle 2 packing system. This is the Woodland version. This is the version that I started off with after the Alice system. So this does have a little bit of Alice parts on it. I want to say it was a transition period in the 90s. So if you were somebody that was in the military in the 90s, you're probably familiar with this pack. All this gear that you see here, I purchased myself. I can say as a complete kit, if you are looking for some type of bug out bag, battle kit, battle rattle, all that kind of stuff, it's not going to cost you that much because it's military surplus. The pack itself, the general pack, is only $100. So let's say maybe between $250 and $300, depending on what you want, you could have yourself a full military combat system. Now, the only thing that's not included in this kit is body armor. This was made by the Marine Corps, by the Army, to go over your battle armor. So the armor itself used to be the old flak jackets, and then we got rifle plates that used to fit inside. It wasn't as good as what we have today. Today we have a lot more technology, and the Marines, the sailors, the Army are all wearing an integrated kit. That's why this stuff is so cheap right now. So I highly recommend, if you are interested, to please go down the links below, check out all the stuff that I have. I might have some of these on Amazon or eBay. It really depends on where you can find this kit. They do sell these compartmentally. Most of the people that sell surplus do that to make more money. If you were in the military at that time, it would be issued as a kit. So if you were a rifleman, you would have the rifle kit. If you were a saw gunner, you would have the saw kit, etc., etc. Saw gunner is a light machine gun. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down. We're going to go over piece by piece. And again, like I said, make sure that you understand that there is no body armor in this system. All right, guys, let's talk about the FLC. The FLC stands for Fighting Load Carrier. It's a 1000D nylon Cordura made in the USA. It comes in different colors. You can get it in green. You can get it in Woodland, as you see here. You can. It says Marpat. I haven't seen it in Marpat. You could also get it in Coyote Brown. Fighting load carrier vest can be carry any number of combat loads. You can use it as a medical person. So if you are someone that is a corpsman or a medic, you can set up the pouches accordingly. The rifleman, the saw gunner, the grenadier, if you are someone who uses 40mm grenades, you can set this up specifically for that. And also if you had a pistol. So if you are somebody that, let's say you are a anti-tank or heavy guns type of person that only uses large cannons, you probably only need a pistol. You would set that up, that carrier up for that as well. The vest allows the user to carry heavy loads more comfortably, worn all over the world. The weight is only 1.7 pounds, and that's without all the kit that you see here. It's just the carrier itself. The NSN number is 8465-01-532-2302. Typically runs around 40 to 50 bucks just for the carrier. I happen to have one right here that is in Coyote. This happens to be the newer version. As you can see, it comes with all these Molle attachments all the way around. It has a nice padded waist belt. It has 4 points of contact. So you are very comfortable with this. So it has this piece right here. This is a newer version of it, obviously, and this is the older version. So let's get into this. So, like I said, you can connect these or buy these separately. Most infantrymen would use these. You would get a set of 4, so these carry 2 each. So you would have 8 magazines, and you would set them up in the front. You would also get issued 2 grenade pouches, again with the Molle strapping. And as you can see on the vest, what I had done is I have 2 saw pouches. Now, what's good about the saw pouches is that you can put multiple magazines in here, multiple different types of magazines. So in here, these are 308 PMags. Okay, so if you're someone that's running a 308, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 on this side, 5 on that side. That's a lot of 308. This pouch itself is very robust. It has liners of plastic on the inside to give it that rigidity, and then on the bottom it has a drain hole. Okay. The 249 saw pouch was basically made for a linked 200 round drum that fits directly in here, and you could feed it through, and then that would be your machine gunner or a light machine gunner. I don't know anybody on the civilian side that has a 249 saw that is still able to use that. However, like I said, you can still stack them with magazines. Let's see, this is called the 200 round general purpose pocket. Specialty Defense makes it. Okay, so Specialty Defense Systems is probably going to be the norm when you run up on this type of gear. This is in 308. On this side, I have PMags. Okay, again, this is in 5.56, so I have 6 PMags, 30 rounders, and they fit quite comfortably. They might be a little bit loose inside, as you can see there. You could also put AK magazines in here. If you were running an AK, it will fit inside this pouch. So again, this is very universal. If you're someone that goes hunting, if you're someone that does duck hunting or shotgunning, these make excellent shotgun pouches. You just put all the stuff in there, close it up, zip it up, and you're good to go. And again, these pouches are like 10 bucks. 10 bucks on eBay or Amazon, and you're good to go. All right. This is the older system. So I just want to point that out. Most of the Woodland products that we're getting nowadays, as far as surplus, is going to be older. So early 90s kind of thing. And in the early 90s, you can see this is really worn out. The US is worn out, and some of it is starting to fray. It's still serviceable. You can still use it. I have a grenade pouch here, a grenade pouch here. But as you see here, there is no zipper. Okay, the zipper made it easy if, depending on what you were using as far as body armor. It still comes with the clasps on the new version, but it had an option. This no longer has. This one does not have an option. So just be aware of that. If you're looking at Woodland, it's not going to have the zipper. It's not really a big deal. You can still snap it up. Okay. On the inside, like I said, like I showed you on the other one, this has 4 points of connection. So you can see here, it has one to the back, sort of like the old H harness. It has one on the side here, one on the side here. It does have a drag handle, which is like triple, quadruple stitch. So it's really, really robust. If you had to pull somebody out, you could. On the inside, it has Velcro pockets. Some of these pockets may be a little bit worn, or at least a Velcro. But inside here was basically made for any type of maps or administrative purposes. You can put things in there, and you have one on each side. Okay, one on each side. This pocket right here also, it also hides the belt. If you didn't want to use this bottom belt, you can stick it right back in here, and it'll hide it for you. Okay, let's do a little bit walk around the belt itself. So on the left side, I'm carrying an old style first aid kit. And what I mean by that is the old first aid kits that came with the Alice system was the hard plastic, and then we went to Molle. So you're going to see a lot of crossover products between the 90s and the 2000s. So what this was made for in a Molle fashion, this was actually made for the old first aid kit. Okay, this is the plastic first aid kit that used to come on the Alice system. They just needed a pouch for it, and then they created that so you can Molle it to your gear. All right. They also sell, if you're interested, a Alice to Molle adapter that will work on this vest. All right. So it's really not that. They're very inexpensive, easy to get. If you're interested in that, most people just go with the new modern IFAKs, where you can just pull the stuff out and get it as needed. All right. So, Canteens, butt pack, canteen. Let's flip this around again so you guys can see it. All right. This is typically the system that you're going to see on most Alice packs or most fighting kit. And the reason is because it kind of works. It kind of flows. You can reach back with your left hand or your right hand. These are 1 quart canteens each, so you have 2 quarts of water on you at all times. This was before the invention of the water bladders. Okay, water bladders came out a little bit later, and this is all we had was 2 quarts of water. Molle pouches for these are relatively cheap. They have 2 pockets on each side. You can put water purification in there. All right, it does have a flap on it as well, so if you wanted to run the flap over it just to keep it a little bit more cleaner, or a little cleaner, you can. Green canteen, U.S. military surplus. This one does not have the what was it, the gas mask plug on it. You can buy those separately if you want. It really never bothered me, but if you wanted to, you can put that on there. All right. As far as the butt pack goes, now this butt pack is kind of interesting because this is where they took the butt pack and figured that the butt pack was kind of a dying thing, if you will. So the butt pack started, I think, in early Vietnam, or maybe even earlier than that, but it was like the Vietnam age where they had something on the pack. It was supposed to be like a 24-hour pack, just enough for MREs, maybe a little rain poncho, something to keep you dry. And it evolved very well, in my opinion. So it clips onto the back of this. It has 2 nice Fastex buckles. It's spacious enough that you can fit a lot of gear in here. Okay, I don't have much in here right now. I just wanted to show you, but simple things like butt wipes because you need a clean butt, some trioxane, survival tin, gloves, 550 cord. I would also put an MRE in here, cotton bandana or triangle bandage, just something to keep around your neck to keep clean. But how this got modified, which was really nice, is that if you took this out, this has a buckle on each side. Let's see if I can find it, if I can pull it out now. You can take it off and you can actually use it as a fanny pack. All right, so this actually becomes a fanny pack. Most of the guys that were in country just kept it in this configuration, but what this configuration does is if you have a lot of gear in here and then you put that big pack on your back, it kind of crushes this right at your lower spine, and that's not really what you want. So if you wanted to, you can take it off and then use it as a fanny pack or strap it onto your gear in some other way. So I thought that was kind of an ingenious thing. On this side, same thing. Only difference is I have a canteen cup inside. That is stainless steel. They do sell them in aluminum. I prefer the stainless steel. I never liked the taste of aluminum when they issued them to us, so I just go with the stainless steel. Costs a little bit extra money, but it's worth it. The padding on this is sufficient. Also, this is your adjustment. You have 1 on each side, so if you need to widen the belt, you can do that. There is not a lot of space on here. I will caution you though. A lot of people are going to say that, hey, if you have all this in the front, how are you going to go prone? The answer is you're going to try your damn best, or you're not going to go prone at all. And I know that's not really the greatest answer, but you have a limited amount of space. Okay, so what you can do is you can take these and move them to the side if you want, and then leave the front slick if that's really what you wanted to do. However, understand that this is a balancing act between carrying the kit that you need to survive and to do combat operations with, and you have to balance that out. So I'm definitely going to need my water. I'm definitely going to need my ammo. Well, I'm definitely going to need some type of food, probably a little bit of rain kits because I don't want to stand in the rain if I don't have to, and I'm definitely going to need some type of first aid kit in case I get hurt. All right, so that's the FLC. Let's go into the day pack, or the three-day assault pack. Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit about this. This is the 3-day assault pack. Very popular. I don't know why, but these things tend to be a little bit more expensive than the main pack. You're probably looking around for a used one. I think you can get them for 50 bucks. If they're new, they're probably about 100. I don't see any of them new. Especially the Woodland versions. The Woodland versions are always a little bit harder to come by. Now, this is an older pack. It's not as new as the DCU one you saw in my last video, so it doesn't have all the new modifications, but it's basically the same pack. So inside here, you'll see this Velcro pouch. This Velcro pouch on the inside is actually on the outside on the other pack, all right? You're still getting about 1,500, I want to say 1,500 cubic inches inside this pack, so it's good for cold weather gear, extra ammunition, maybe some more MREs, that kind of thing. And it's decent to get you through. It's not made to be a house. It's just made to get you through the mission and then come back to the fob or whatever. So you have one main pack here, all right, nice and roomy. You could put about 3 or 4 MREs in here. You have the Velcro pouch on the inside instead of the outside. Drawstring, fast tack buttons right here, fast text buttons. You have Molle on the outside. You have Molle on the left and on the right. What I have seen in the past is if you wanted to expand this, you can put the sustainment pouches on this as well. Also, on the butt pack that you have on the FLC, you could also connect it to the bottom of this, and now you have 2 sustainment pouches and the butt pack just in one pack. It adds to the force multiplier for this pack. Okay, you could also use this as a radio pouch. So if you're carrying a radio, you can also carry your water bladder and a couple extra kit, okay? A couple extra things that you might need. The main pack is just a simple pocket. That's all it is. Just a very simple pocket, all right? And just enough stuff to put in there. You do have, or you should have, a plastic hardener or layer inside there, and also a neoprene or rubber piece. And what that does is it gives you a little cushion on the back. Now obviously if you're wearing armor, it's not going to make a difference, but if you're not, at least you have that option. Okay, the differences on this pack versus the other one, like I said, is that Velcro pouch. Also, these clips are still there on the other one, but this type of these latches right here, or these metal rings, are not on the other one. Also, you don't have that pocket, so where you can take these and slip them inside, that's not even an option on this pack. I still have the sternum pouch, I'm sorry, sternum straps. It is adjustable left or right. You have the ID card in here, okay, as you can see. So not a bad pack. I think that it was much improved over the years. Both sides have the cut in it with the Velcro, so you can actually put your water bladder or your radio antenna through there. YKK zippers, and even in a used product, that's still pretty good shape. I mean, like I said, they're running about 50 bucks if you can find them used and in good shape. It might cost a little bit more on eBay. eBay's always jacking up the prices because the guys that are selling on eBay, they always get hit with fees and all kinds of new stuff. So you're looking at 50 to about 75 bucks just for the pack. So that's probably your most expensive piece of kit. Everything else is relatively cheap, including the large pack. So let's get into the large pack. Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about the main rucksack. Alright, there's a Molle 2 standard pack in Woodland camo in good condition. Now, if you want one of these, I suggest you get it sooner than later. It does come in 5 pieces, so please make sure you get a complete pack. The 2 sustainment pouches on the side are separate, okay? Most people will not sell it with the sustainment pouches unless that's part of the deal on eBay. Now, I bought this on eBay relatively cheap. You can get these for about $100, $120, maybe 150 bucks if it comes with the sustainment pouches. But for the main ruck, this is basically what you're going to get. It's a Molle 2 standard pack, including the frame, the shoulder straps, the waist belt, the rucksack, and the sleep carrier. Assembled according to the official Molle Tool Care and Use Manual. All parts are made by Specialty Defense Systems Inc., except for the frame, which is made by Down East Inc. All parts are genuine U.S. military issue, used but in good condition. The non-plastic items are constructed of 1000 denier Cordura and nylon threading, which is mold and mildew resistant and water repellent. All the plastic is ITW Fastex Gilly Tex infrared reduction polymer. Okay. These along with the most Woodland camouflage items are being frozen by U.S. government and are getting harder to purchase. So like I said, the Woodlands are a little bit harder to find, but if you want one, get one now. All right, the rucksack itself is about 3,000 cubic inch capacity. That's just this half right here without the sustainment pouches. All right, you also have a front claymore pocket, and inside there is a inner attachment rings for a radial pocket. I'll get into that in a second. You also have a transparent plastic 3x4 ID panel, and the top flap right here is Velcro enclosure, a 16 by 16 clear plastic matte panel. The sleep system, 1600 cubic inch capacity. It has D-rings on each side, and it has a plastic 3x4 ID panel. The shoulder straps I'll show you, strong shoulder straps, 4-strap buckle attachment frame, large padded, 2-inch wide support strap, D-ring on each side, easily adjustable for weight in the back of the shoulders on the fly, and of course the waist belt is the new curved addition, 2 rows of pals webbing, etc. The Gen 4 pack, the Gen 4 frame, better, more comfortable, contour shape, reinforced panels, more durable than polymer, 5 times more impact resistant. So the problem we were having with these packs when we first got them is the polymer on the back, and I'll show you right here, was not sufficient. Okay, they were just snapping. All right, so they would just you put them all together. You slam them on top of the back of the 5-ton, and you could actually hear them cracking one at a time because of the weight. But again, this is super padded, super comfortable. The weight on this pack is basically like 10 pounds with nothing in it. That's really not that bad considering. With all the comfortability, you have the waist straps on the side. Again, like I said, you have the Molle strapping. So if you wanted to add more stuff, you can. Again, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to configure this pack if you are going to wear the FLC. So let me pull this back a little bit and then we'll get into the pack. Alright, so I turned the pack over on its side. I just want to cover the sustainment pouches real quick. The official US Molle sustainment pouches, they either come in ACU, DCU, and of course Woodland. Molle 2 sustainment pouch available in various camouflage patterns. Pouches mounted to the sides of the Molle main ruck, Alice pack, patrol pack, and almost any backpack. Extremely versatile and handy to carry your gear and equipment. Also the needs are readily available for something stored in the main rucksack. So like MREs, medical equipment, sealed ammo, battle packs. The pouch has 4 attachment bands to secure other gear. So you have 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. You even have a loop where you can carry it through for your you can even loop your utility belt through the bands and carry it like a butt pack if you needed to. The measurements are approximately 8.5 wide, 12 inches high, and 4 inches thick. So you have 4 inches in here. Attachment 4 attachment bands to secure the gear, barrel lock. There it is. You have the barrel lock and drawstring closure with quick release D-rings on each side for carrying extra gear, and you also have drain grommets. 432 cubic inches each. There's a name plate on the back if that's interesting, and you usually can get them for $10 a piece. All right, so it adds about 500 cubic inches. So you got 13. I'm sorry, you got, what did I say? 13? No, 3,000 for the main pack, and then you got 5 and 5, so you got 4,000. Okay, not bad for just regular storage. Okay, so I guess let's go around the side. So like I said, you have one on this side, one on this side. It does come with the Fastex buckle. Again, you could take it off if you want. This is what I was talking about, where it still has some of the old Alice attachments that you can put here. So if you wanted to put a shovel on there or something like that, or an e-tool, you could. It has that available. This is more of a transition piece, but what we do here is we run this through to attach it to the top of the pack. Okay, so it gets attached to the frame down here, runs all the way through. We put all our gear in there, and then you lock it in and cinch it up. All right, now this pack, unlike other packs, has a separation to the sleep system. The sleep system is completely separate, and you can buy these by themselves. A lot of people buy them by themselves and use it for the old Alice system because it's actually pretty decent. This is what they're talking about when they talk about the Claymore pouch. You could put a Claymore in here, or what most people do is just put their quick grab possibles. So, you know, any type of MRE or toilet paper or anything that you need to get quick, you put it inside this pouch. It does have, does this one have buttons? Yeah, so this one has buttons on the outside. I'm sure that was for something. I don't know what it was for. I don't know if there was an extra piece of equipment that it was attached to, but I never used it. All right, it's only two at the top. You have Molle on the outside and YKK zippers. Okay, on the inside of this pouch, pack I should say, the 3000, it's just one big pouch. Okay, there's nothing really that crazy about it. You can fit a lot of kit in there, but again, like I said, it's a separate bag. Inside here you have these little latching points on each side. Those are for the radio pouch. So if you wanted to put a separate pouch in here, it doesn't come with it. You can buy it separately, and you can lock it in there and then have the rest for your gear. All right. This also has the 550 cord with the barrel lock on it. All right, make it nice and tight. It has a rain fly, or I want to say it's not waterproof, but it actually helps. Inside here you see these cutout holes. These cutout holes are for the antenna, if you needed to throw an antenna through there. This is what they call the map pouch. Alright, so this map pouch, if you open it up, you can throw in your maps, and what this does is not only does it keep your maps nice and dry, but it also acts as a waterproofer for the rest of your bag. Okay. The straps are all adjustable. Alright, so depending on the height, you can adjust them either way from up here. Nice padding for your neck. This is adjustable, so if you needed to, you can pull it down. You have to readjust it around here. This is a big improvement, this kidney pad with the spacers in between. It allows some airflow and a little bit of cushion. A lot of guys, if you're used to humping Alice packs, it was just one little kidney pad like this big, and it was just one strap around it. All right, not really that great. I mean, it got the job done. Adjustable strap, and it also has Molle on the side, so if you wanted to add a little bit small kit, you could. Let's talk about the sleep system. Sleep system itself, like I said, this should fit a US military sleep system in it. I just have a smaller one-piece Recon sleeping bag in there. If you didn't have a sleeping bag, you could put anything else you want to in there. It's kind of big. You could put a lot of stuff in here, but ideally this is for quick access to your sleep system. It does have two plastic D-rings on the side. It does have cinch straps, which is nice, so you can pull it down and really cinch that thing down nice and tight. It does have the ID card on the back, and I know that sounds funny, but if you're in a platoon of guys and all your kit looks the same, what we used to do is just stencil our name on the pack, and then what happened is, you know, when you go to turn this gear in, because you either left the military or whatever, you have a whole bunch of stenciled packs. So this made it very simple. You just slip a card in there and people know what you got. Okay. Carry handle or drag handle. All right, it's just one little piece. A lot of adjustments, a lot of Molle adjustments on here, but I mean, for $107, I think I saw this for, plus shipping, so you're looking at maybe $127. You're really not going to go wrong with a pack like this. Really not going to go wrong. Alright guys, so there you have it. So that is a complete military loadout and rucksack for under 300 bucks. You know, like I said, there's more high-speed gear out there that you can have. Most packs are already $300. You're getting a full fighting system, you're getting a 3-day pack, and you're getting the Molle, the large pack. That's a lot of kit for under 300 bucks with all the surplus that you have in there. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys learned something. Please remember to like, subscribe, add some comments down below. Go to Patreon, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to MeWe, go to all those things and click like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give me the thumbs up so I can keep doing this. And as always, guys, please stay safe. Thank you.